I suggest you study this.
The views and opinions expressed on the Faygoluvers Podcast do not necessarily reflect those of us here at Faygoluvers.net. Some episodes may contain disturbing content. Discretion is advised.
The foundations of democracy are built on the idea that everybody's vote should count equally. Everybody's. That is what America is all about. That every one of us should get an equal chance to make a bad decision which fucks things up for everybody else. Whoever we are, however poor our decisions, whether you are a juggalo, stop it.
Faygoluvers. Faygoluvers. Faygoluvers.
What's up, Juggalos, and welcome to the Faygoluvers Podcast. This is your homie Roscoe, and I'm going to be your host for this episode of the podcast. Today is April 23rd, and this is episode number 17. Hell yeah, 17 in up in this piece, and we have a great fucking episode for you ninjas. On this episode of the podcast, we have our homie, Kung Fu Vampire. KFV and I actually go over a lot in this 30-minute interview. Everything from him playing Canadian Juggalo Weekend to what him and Violent J talked about at the bar for 30 minutes at Canadian Juggalo Weekend. Stick around to find out what they talked about. He speaks a little bit on the drama that's been going on between ICP and MNE, the controversy. All the fans want to hear about this shit. Well, Kung Fu Vampire, although he's definitely not a part of it, he does have an opinion on it, so stick around to hear that. He speaks a little bit on the new album that he has dropping, more details on that coming up in this episode. He speaks on record labels approaching him, he speaks on Guerrilla Voltage, and a whole lot more. Definitely stick around, one of the dopest interviews I've ever conducted. Check it out. Also on this episode, we have our homie N9ne J of Replicon Radio. He's calling in live from the Dark Carnival Games Convention, and he's just kind of giving us his take on how things have been. And also the after show, the first after show, because this technically took place on Saturday when we did the interview, so this was yesterday. But stick around to hear that. To all my ninjas out there who love to get lit, I'm a few days late, but happy 420 ninjas. One final thing I want to mention before we get into our news segment is that our homie, the ROC's long-awaited debut album on Magic Ninja Entertainment, Digital Voodoo, has finally dropped. I got that shit. I've already listened to that shit like 6 or 7 times. The shit is dope, and it's just a dope piece of music, ninjas. If you think you're getting it just because it's an ROC album and you're getting it for the ROC, dope. I mean, the ROC is the fucking bomb, but the ROC made a piece of musical magic with this album. Go pick this shit up. It features Twisted Blaze, Gmo Ski, Lex the Hexmaster, Whitney Payton, and a few more ninjas. Hit up the link in the show notes to get that shit. That is all I got for you in what I like to call the opening segment. Let's get into the news, ninjas. So even this, man, I'm going to be editing out a lot of buts and ums and like Mars. I just did the Mars interview last month. I had to edit out like 100 no-I'm-sayings. You know what I mean? Just so that shit flowed together.
Oh, he's a no-I'm-saying guy too, huh? That's cool.
Yeah. So...
Smoke session. Volume
420. Smoke sesh. Smoke sesh.
All in a day. I did it all in a day. 420 did it all in a day. All in a day. I'ma do it all in a day. Smoke 100 dabs, take them to the face. All in a day. I did it all in a day. 420 did it all in a day. All in a day. I'ma do it all in a day. Smoke 100 dumps straight to the face.
Not everybody smoke big. Today said they didn't do it though. If you acting scary, then you could back a little more. When I say I'm smoking on a pound, I'm being literal. We can do it all in a day. It's been done before. You roll up the joints and you go get the dabs. I go into the broom and get the personal stash. We about to get fucked up beyond recognition. Stone till our minds all gone is tradition. Token on a joint while a bitch give me head. Booty so big can't wait to get her undressed. Thought it was a dream, but I'm living in it, man. 420 smoke session did it for the fans. Appreciate the love, it's the key to motivation. Hotbox in the bug, we don't need no ventilation. Wanna smoke bud and you need a vacation? Come to Underrated World, consider this an invitation.
All in a day, I did it all in a day. 420 did it all in a day. All in a day, I'ma do it all in a day. Smoke 100 dabs, take them to the face. All in a day, I did it all in a day. 420 did it all in a day. All in a day, I'ma do it all in a day. 420 smoke session.
So the first piece of news that we're going to go over on this episode of the podcast is news that you're going to find out later on during the interview with Kung Fu Vampire, but fuck it, we're just going to tell you about it right now. Recently, Kung Fu Vampire revealed the name of his new album and the ninja that's going to be producing the entire thing on Instagram. The name of that album is going to be Come Dawn, and the ninja producing it is a ninja whose name looks like it should be pronounced Pro-Hozak, but the ho is silent, so it's just Prozac. And I'm not talking about the Prozac from Strange Music. Everything I'm saying is just me parroting Kung Fu Vampire from our interview, so just stick around to hear that for more details, ninjas. So on the most recent episode of the Juggalo show, Violent J, Jumpsteady, and Kevin Gill covered a shit ton of topics surrounding the Juggalo world and psychopathic. But one that I definitely want to speak on is that Violent J did speak on Tech-9 and what was said on the ICP Hot 97 interview. If you listen to the last episode of the podcast, or if you just follow Faygoluvers.net, if you check it out periodically, you should. If you do that, then you already know what the fuck's going on. So Violent J said that he regretted speaking on Tech so much in the interview to the point where a lot of ninjas thought that there was a beef. And one of those factors in ninjas thinking there was a beef was Tech's verse on the new Stevie Stone track Eat 2, which was written the day that Tech saw the ICP interview on Hot 97. The way ICP sees it, though, is that Tech was just speaking his mind on that track. He also mentioned that when Tech didn't give props to Juggalo, like Jay thought he should have or that he would have, it probably wasn't on his mind at that very moment. Jay also wanted to reiterate what was originally said on the interview, that Tech-9 was never a Psychopathic Records product, even though a lot of ninjas thought that he was, and that he was not inspired by the Insane Clown Posse in any way. Either way, after it was all said and done, Jay said everything's good with Tech. He won't be playing the Juggalo March because he got a new contract with Paradigm, and they have him playing Canada in September, and he doesn't want to fuck up shit with them when he just got that contract with them. He's still going to be rocking that Juggalo March Cypher, however. He's probably going to be playing the Gathering of the Juggalos this year, although it has not yet been confirmed, and we're all just going to have to wait for that Gathering infomercial, Juggalos.
Yeah. Hey, yo, it's G-Mo Ski. And when you see me riding through your motherfucking hood on a squeaky bike, you better take your fucking shit, nigga.
So this next piece of news that we're going to go over might actually be somewhat pointless. You'll see what I mean in a second here. So G-Mo Ski recently responded to comments made by Jumpsteady on the most recent episode of the Juggalo show. Basically, Jumpsteady was saying that all of Magic Ninja Entertainment's roster would be at the Juggalo March if it wasn't for Twisted holding them back. And in this, he sort of used G-Mo Ski as an example. Well, I started the news segment because I was going to read G-Mo Ski's reply, but unfortunately, all I'm getting is this Facebook post is no longer available. It may have been removed, or the privacy settings of the post may have been changed. For the most part, from what I can remember, all G-Mo was saying was that Jumpsteady doesn't even really know him, that he should have given him a call like a man instead of saying all the shit on the show. Yeah.
Okay, I get it, I'm an F-O and freak of nature, but the pen is gonna heat the paper. Was a problem in the incubator, mama dad was the creature maker. I never need the shaker, the beef from take word the teacher later. Now you're the beast awakener, I don't think the streets are safer. My misery seeping through my delivery, bitter we givers, and they keep my figures, don't try to nigger me.
First Elton John, and now this, ninjas, check it out. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has already shown Tech-9 and Strange Music love on multiple occasions, from tweets to using Tech-9's straight out the gate Scott Stevens remix track for his ultimate workout video. So it's really no surprise that once again he showed love to Tech-9 and Strange Music on an interview with Anderson Cooper on CNN. The interview was actually about a show that he's going to be producing for CNN called Soundtracks, Songs That Defined History. He mentions that Tech-9 is the most successful underground artist unsigned by a big label. Hell yeah. Check out that sound clip right now.
When you work out, is that how with the music? Do you work out to music?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I work out to my own voice. Yes. No. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's some folks in LA who do.
I soothe myself. No, I'm all about hip hop. I love hip hop, and I like. So, for example, there's an underground artist named Tech9ne, probably the most successful underground artist, unsigned by a big label.
Like I said when Elton John showed Tech9ne love, talk about blowing the fuck up, homie. Alright, ninjas, I got a bomb dropping. I got some big news for you. I'm sure you're already aware. The date and location for the 2017 gathering of the Juggalos has been revealed. The shit is going down at Lost Lakes Amphitheater, which is located in Oklahoma City. Hell yeah. The shit is going down July 26th to July 29th. Tickets are on sale right now. Hit up the link in the show notes for those. General admission is $190. You can get a Ballas site for $400. RV and trailer is $160. A car pass is $100, and an all-star is $150. As for artists playing the shit, right now the only ones that are confirmed are Psychopathic Records recording artists. So we got ICP, ABK, Big Hoodoo, DJ Clay, and Light. As Scotty puts it in the post, they got a big fucking water park. Hell yeah. There's actually a video that kind of showcases everything that's going on at the site. Hit up the link in the show notes to see that. There's a 24-hour Walmart nearby. There's a shit ton of hotels. Link is in the show notes for that. And for my ninjas who like to smoke, happy 420, as I already said. As of July 1st, they will be making all marijuana possession offenses misdemeanors. Read up on your rights if you're going to be carrying. Ninjas, I hope to see you there this year. It should be a dope gathering of the Juggalos.
You'll laugh again, slapping your knee. No matter what ill shit falls in our way, I can promise there'll be a day we'll all be okay. We'll all be okay. Turn up. Turn up. Turn up.
That Ninja Young Wicked is releasing his follow-up to Vengeance on Magic Ninja Entertainment titled The Return of the Prodigal Son, and that shit is available for pre-order right now. Check it out. The CD itself is $8.99, but there is 4 different pre-order bundles to choose from. Number 1, you got the CD. Number 2, you got the CD and a poster. Number 3, you got a CD and a pin and shirt. And number 4, you get a hoodie. And check this out. The CD is 14 tracks, and it features Madrox, Monoxide, Blaze, the ROC, Lex the Hexmaster, Gmo Ski, Mac Lethal, and Ritz. Fucking dope. The album was originally slated for a May release, but they've actually bumped up that release date to June 30th. And the reason they've done this is that Magic Ninja and Ingroves have actually decided to release this album in stores nationwide. Also fucking dope. Hit up the link in the show notes to pre-order that shit, ninjas. Native World Inc. is still on the grind, ninjas. They have announced some albums that they're going to be dropping this year. Check it out. Flagrant Music, whose album title is To Be Determined, his album is dropping June 30th. ABK's Killa Features album is dropping on July 4th. Jay Villain, whose album is yet to be determined, is dropping on August 25th. Mad V is dropping his album A Few Loose Screws on September 22nd. And the newest ninja to join the Native World Inc. roster, Freddie Grimes, his album is going to be dropping on October 27th. Mr. YUG's album Thriller is already out. Hit up the link in the show notes to pick that shit up. Our homie Shaggy 2 Dope's newest album, FTFOMF, which is dropping on May 26th, is now available for pre-order at hatchetgear.com. And check this out. It comes with 3 different flavor packs to choose from. In the first flavor pack, you get the CD and what I consider to be an extremely dope Shaggy 2 Dope t-shirt. The second one, you get the CD and a very dope Shaggy hockey jersey. And the last one, you get both. There is an option to buy just the CD as well, so don't panic if you don't want to get one of the bundles. Some more flavor. The first 1,000 copies of the album sold will personally be signed by Shaggy 2 Dope himself. So that's some motivation to get you over to Hatchet Gear and pre-order that shit. The track list for the album has been revealed, but you're going to have to hit up the link in the show notes to read that. And one final thing, if you pre-order the shit on iTunes, you actually get a bonus track that is not featured on the physical copy, and that song is called Aw Shit. Hit up hatchetgear.com or iTunes and pre-order Shaggy 2 Dope's FTFOMF. That's it for the news segment. So now we're going to jump into our interview that we did with N9ne J live from the Dark Carnival Games Convention. After that, we're going to get into a commercial break. And after that, we're going to get into our interview with Kung Fu Vampire. Stick around.
Fuck your restroom, I'm pissing on walls. Security's looking like weak-ass wrestlers. Petting kids down like child molesters. I'm sick of this bullshit, I'm Shag the Clown. We cut the craniums off, then drag them around. You know me when I drive by, muffler sparks. In the little yellow bus packed full of retards. And we off the charts, under the radar. Deep in the dumps where the real juggalos are.
I'm here with N9ne J live at the Dark Carnival Games Convention. N9ne J, how the hell are you, brother?
I am good. This is an amazing first event that they're throwing right now.
Right, yeah, I want to point out that it is Saturday, so the episode's airing on Sunday, but this is actually the Saturday event that he's at.
Yes, day 2.
So the con's been pretty dope so far?
Yeah, it's a really good turnout. The fucking building, Gibraltar here, is a huge, giant fucking warehouse. It's like in 3 or 4 different sections. And we fully have one section all to ourselves, basically. One giant, huge section of fucking giant warehouse that they got fucking wrestling ring in there. You can do jousting and fucking use different foam weapons and shit. Or just wrestle in the ring. They got Family Feud going on in there. Fucking, they got props from Big Money Hustlers and Big Money Rustlers. They got the Foot's wheelchair in there.
Oh, shit. You've been getting down on the game then?
All kinds of cool shit. Yeah, last night I played some Into the Echo Side. I have not done Quest yet, and I have not played the brand new game, Juggalos Against Sanity. I haven't done that yet, because there's always big constant lines for that.
What about those after-party shows? Did you hit up the after-party last night?
Yeah, I hit up the after-party last night. Let's see, B-Scan was there. He's from St. Louis. He performed. His set appeared to me like he was trying extra super hard to get noticed and signed by Psychopathic, but who knows? That looked like to me, but...
Oh, shit. Who was that? B-Scan?
Yeah, B-Scan. He had put, like, a whole bunch of stuff to be played in between his songs that he recorded and whatnot, and it just seemed like he was trying extra hard to get noticed and signed by Psychopathic, possibly.
Did he do at least a half-decent job, do you think, or...?
His set was cool. He used the LED glow paint that he always uses and shit, like Wicked Ways did. The set was cool. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. Definitely a crowd down there watching. Saw him last night. V Sinister was the special mystery guest last night, which was awesome. I've never seen him. Well, I had seen him way back in the day at the Gathering before him, but I haven't seen him for many years. V Sinister was super tight.
I noticed that Psychopathic's actually been kind of throwing his name out there a little bit. So was there anything mentioned at all, or just came out, did a set, and that was it?
He did do some talking. He asked if everybody is ready for some new V Sinister Wicked shit. It seemed like he was maybe invited to this, or he was contacted about this, because maybe they are going to try and pick him up. I don't know. That would be very cool. He did say he has new shit in the works, and he handed out 3 samplers that's got some old stuff and some new stuff on it.
Obviously no Hatchet Man on those samplers.
No.
Hatchet
Man was noticeably missing from this sampler, but it's definitely something that could possibly be in the works. I'm not sure. It's just my opinion on what I saw and heard, but it looks like something could happen with that, yes.
Oh, shit. Well, I didn't want to speculate anything, but I've just been seeing shit online lately, so...
Yeah.
What about that Twisted 420 show? Did you guys get a chance to hit that shit up?
I did not go to that, because we left St. Louis on 420 at like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, but there's a whole bunch of people here that went to it, and I've been talking to them, and that was what everybody says was an amazing show also.
So was that you and the whole Replicon crew down there then?
No, it's just me. I'm just 1/4 of Replicon here at DCG.
Oh shit! Like Freaky P and Big Roo and them ninjas didn't make it down, eh?
Nope, it's just me.
Oh snap! So who you rolling with then, One-Eye J?
I'm down here with my friend Ryan and my friend Inez Habibovic. She's Croatian, super hot ass Croatian. She gave me a new furry hat.
Oh,
I brought my Gmo ski furry hat with me. I'm wearing that one now, but yesterday she gave me. Her grandma got it for her from Europe somewhere. It's a badass, humongous furry fucking hat. I snapped Gmo ski picture of me in it because I follow Gmo on Snapchat, so I snapped a picture of me in it and snapped it to Gmo, and he responded. I got it all saved into my fucking messengers and shit. He responded hilariously. He's jealous as fuck of my new furry hat.
Oh shit, dope, homie.
Hilarious, yeah. Yeah, the event's going great.
Have you met anybody interesting while you've been down there?
Yes, I came up here to hang out and kick it. I came up here to do Juggalo things. You know, ICP doing the Terror Wheel and Beverly Kills. But I mainly came up here for A La Zuliloo, my favorite fucking group, and I've been kicking it with them. They're cool as shit. They're performing tonight. I ran into Scotty and talked to him. I gave him a Replicon card.
Yeah.
He seemed open to some shit, so that's cool. Scotty D from Faygoluvers, shout out to him.
All right, homie. Well, I really appreciate you talking to me live from the Dark Carnival Games Convention. Is there any final words that anybody want to shout out before we take off here?
Shameless self-promotion, and I'll let everyone know to tune in this Monday to Replicon Radio, and we have Zug Island for everyone interviewing.
Hell yeah, brother. And check out the link in the show notes for that. I'll try and make sure it actually does link to the website this time.
Right on, good shit.
All right, thank you so much, One-Eye J.
You're welcome, Roscoe, and I will talk to you probably during the show on Monday.
Yeah.
If not beforehand.
Oh, the stagecoach was a-heading through the mountains. The stage they call the Wells Fago Express. The cargo, so I hear, Fago old-fashioned root beer. The tasty drink with creamy head goodness. Look out! It's a hold-up! It's Black Bart!
Oh, save me! For my life, I fear!
Oh, hush up, gal. It's that famous drink I want. That case of Fago old-fashioned root beer.
Stand where you are. Black Bart, you are through.
So the stagecoach went on heading through the mountains, and old Black Bart went off to jail, I hear.
The Fago Kid. Which way did he go? Which way did he go? He went for
Now's the time for you to go for Fago old-fashioned root beer. The big 1-liter bottle is now on sale at participating grocers.
Collective chaos is among us. Order yours now.
In May, Twisted continues their evolution with the Psychomania Tour with special guest Gmo Ski and touring for the first time as new MNE ninjas, Young Wicked and Gorilla Voltage.
We are the bloodlusting, soul-embarrassing, raised and disgusting. We don't scare, we invoke terror.
The Psychomania Tour. Tickets available at Twisted.com. VIP packages available at TwistedShop.com.
Kept those from Emerald. Feel ya so I can feel ya. Necromancing and necrophilia. Now's your chance and I'm breaking and shaking and making them do.
Welcome back. I'm here with the one and only Kung Fu Vampire. Kung Fu Vampire, how the hell are you, brother?
I'm good, man. It's a beautiful, cloudy, comfortable Monday in sunny San Jose, California. I'm sure the sun is going to pop out soon. But, yeah, man, I'm just fresh home from Canadian Juggalo Weekend and just got my first cold. I think I caught the whooping cough in Canada.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, it was my first cold in like 3 years, but it put me out for the week pretty much. So, but I'm good now.
Right. Well, I want to thank you so much, man, for joining us on number 17, episode 17 of the Faygoluvers Podcast.
Yes, how perfect is that? 2017, year of the 17.
Hell yeah. Episode 17, 17 in. So, hey, brother, I was just going to ask about that Canadian Juggalo Weekend. I myself am Canadian. So how was that for you playing the Canadian Juggalo Weekend?
It was awesome, man. Here's how it went. They booked our flights for 6:30 in the morning out of San Francisco. So I basically didn't sleep. And then when we get there, they say over the loudspeaker, the pilots did not show up. I think they were dabbed out at some of the dab bars here in San Francisco. But the pilots just decided not to show, so they got some other pilots, and the plane left super late. Then we catch our connecting flight in Seattle. We missed that, of course. So we tell them we want free food and all this other stuff. So we actually got free food at the airport and got bumped up to first class.
Dope.
For our second flight. Then we land in Canada, and I get stopped at secondary, and I ended up 2 hours in customs getting harassed for criminal charges from when I was a teenager. So, but they finally let me in, and sure enough, the agent lady that was working there, her last name was Osborne. Yeah, I'm saying her last name. She was cool as hell. Said her husband was a big Kung Fu Vampire fan, and she was super nice and finally just let me in. 2 nights of after parties with ICP doing random sets at a bar with 100 people there. For Juggalos was probably a dream come true. Then obviously the performance the next day, I performed on Saturday, right before Ice-T and ICP, and it was insane. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people will agree, we tore the house down, death walls and mosh pits and hands in the air,
Hell yeah, bro. So you got a good reception from that Canadian Juggalo audience then?
Oh yeah, there was songs I didn't even have to sing. I just hold the mic out and they sang the whole chorus. And I saw some people in the front row singing every verse, so it's beautiful. I love that.
I gotta ask about this, man. I wasn't there, but I'm hearing some rumors that you and Violent J were actually talking for over 30 minutes at the bar. Is it alright if I ask what y'all were talking about?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. It started out with him thanking me for coming and saying he didn't recognize me with my beard. He was tripping out, saying my beard looked hella Canadian, and we were just laughing about that. And there was a very, very intoxicated young lady at the bar trying to pick up on Violent J. And
oh, right.
Basically, she tried to say I was rude for butting in, and Violent J's like, he didn't butt in. He's my friend. I'm trying to say bye to him. What are you talking about? And we just were kind of laughing at her, and I had to kind of set her straight. And apparently I kicked some life knowledge on her. Kevin Gill had brought it up the next day, and he said it was just so classic. I guess I kind of grabbed her by the shoulders and told her not to try and control people and, stop being so controlling. And I asked her if she needed a hug and all this funny shit. But so Jay was he pulled me to the side to talk to me, and I go, hey, did I save you or did I cockblock you? And he's like, man, you totally saved me. That chick is not the business. Thank you. He was laughing, he's just laughing at the scenario. So yeah, we ended up talking for a good 30 minutes about, my take on the whole march and Juggalos, and basically my buddy N9ne, who's a very close friend of mine, who I love dearly, man. I've known him almost 10 years and he's been nothing but kind to me. And I just basically told him my opinion on the things Tech had said on the radio, what I agreed with, what I disagreed with, that I had his back as a, I'm not a fan of ICP. I didn't grow up as a fan of ICP. So for me, it's become much deeper than being a fan of the music and being blinded by, this is a group I grew up listening to, because that's not the case. For me, it's this guy's movement, this guy's culture, this culture of the Juggalos that's grown so much bigger than ICP has provided me, a weirdo, outlaw, rebel-y, trip-hop rapper from the West Coast, audience.
Right.
And not only an audience that is loyal and loving, that I've gotten to know on personal levels all across the world. Europe, Australia, Canada, all the United States. I have friends now that are dear friends of mine that are Juggalos that I met as fans I murdered somebody, I got people I can go to all over the country and go hide out with. And guess what? They're fucking juggalos, and they would probably protect me. Now, you know, like, I just feel, and this is what I basically told Violent J. I said, you know, whether I agree with some of the things you're doing or not, the juggalos deserve respect. They deserve to be put into a positive light when there's a public opportunity. And that was my issue with what Tech9 had said on the Hot 97 thing. And I don't know if it was an accident. I don't know if it was him just trying to avoid the negative stigma that comes with juggalos on a more mass scale. I don't know if he was tired. I don't know why he said raw dog line or drug bridge. Those are the last and weirdest things I would ever say about the Gathering or juggalos. You understand? That's what me and him talked about. I basically said, look, if that was me on Hot 97, I would have said juggalos are a misunderstood, amazing group of people. I've met juggalos that are surgeons. I've met juggalos that are psychiatrists. I've met juggalos who have 5 kids and live in a beautiful house that have 3 jobs to pay for their family. So all this white trash, that is bullshit. You know what I mean? And me not being Caucasian, not being black, being a totally different nationality, being from the West Coast, being someone that got lucky enough that the juggalos found me, I have a whole other perspective and respect for this beautiful subculture, this genre, this whatever you want to call it. And so for me, I wouldn't have said any of the things Tech said because first of all, I never seen no raw dog line. The drug bridge was awesome, if you ask me. There was nothing negative about that, except for hard drugs, you know? Right. And the Gathering to me is the best festival you could go to. It's like a festival with no rules, but no fights. You know what I mean? There's like positivity, it's love, it's unity. And that was a lot of what him and I had discussed was I didn't like what my boy Tech had said on the show. But at the same time, I did bring up the fact that Tech did paint his face prior to the Wicked Wonka tour. And so, again, I'm an outsider and I'm just being honest. I can say in the same sentence to Violent J, like, yo, he did paint his face before you said he did. And yo, I didn't agree with what he said. So that was some of what we talked about. You know, he just thanked me for being me and doing my own thing and not really writing music for juggalos. He went into depth about how he respected that Kung Fu Vampire was its own variety of the wicked shit. It's not a copycat thing. It's not a juggalo act. It's its own thing, and the juggalos love me because of it. I do my own shit.
Right. Well, whether it's not a juggalo act, maybe, but juggalos are definitely drawn to it. And I totally agree with you. It's definitely not a copycat act. You definitely got your own thing going for you there.
You know, and he reiterated to me, he said, juggalos are actually, this is why a lot of the groups that are juggalo artists, they're actually juggalos themselves, don't get big in this genre. And he said this is why he feels that Kung Fu Vampires become successful, is because juggalos actually love artists that do their own thing. They don't like people who just want to rap about juggalo shit or come from the juggalo world. And he reiterated that. He brought up other artists that do their own thing, and that's why juggalos love him. Opson doesn't appeal to the juggalos because he does juggalo music. Juggalos just like him. You know what I mean? They just fuck with him. He had told me a story about Awesome Dre, how he was a big fan of Awesome Dre. Now, I'm not familiar with Awesome Dre. I've only heard of them through ICP. He brought up how they were big fans of Awesome Dre. They signed Awesome Dre, apparently, back in the day. And Awesome Dre turned in a Juggalo album. And they were like, yo, this is not what we want. We want Awesome Dre. We don't want you to try to appeal to our fans. And so that was kind of how he felt about what I was doing. And
right.
He talked about other funny personal shit too. So,
well, hey man, I got to ask your opinion on the drama and controversy currently going down in the underground. I know you kind of just spoke on it a little bit, but specifically, can I ask your opinion on the whole MNE psychopathic thing going down right now?
I think people are investing way too much energy. I think juggalos are investing way too much energy in what other people are doing. Like they're inserting themselves in other people's drama, other people's negativity. The Young Wicked thing, I'm going to be honest, I don't think Magic Ninja knew that Young Wicked had the situation with Jumpsteady's daughter. Obviously very focused on signing artists, tours, merchandise, new music, new albums. They didn't know So when they signed Young Wicked, you know, maybe it was a bad idea to sign artists from Psychopathic. Obviously, when there's 5-6 artists leaving, maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's time to have some new business, some new blood. I honestly believe they didn't know about personal business between Young Wicked and Jumpsteady's daughter. That I do know. That I feel from my heart. And I think that people should stop giving Magic Ninja so much shit for what other people do with their wieners. You know what I mean? So that's just not, I just feel like that's getting a little too deep into it.
That's a good way of looking at it, man.
I've toured with Young Wicked. Weirdly enough, he's been on 3 major tours with me. We've done a tour with ICP together. And we've done 2 with Twisted. No, 1 with ABK, 1 with ICP, and 1 with Twisted. And I'll tell you what, never once did he cause a problem. Never once was he unpleasant to me. I think at least once, maybe 2 times, he got fans to stop hound dogging and get out of my face once. We were at the bar. This guy kept trying to buy me shots. I said, no thanks. He was getting in my face. And Young Wicked was like, yo, bro, like, we're chilling with you. We're drinking with you. Back the fuck up off of Kung Fu. Like, leave, like, you know, you're 6'6", dude is 5'5". You're all up in his grill trying to get him drunk. He already said no thank you. Like, chill the fuck out. So he's had my back. So for me, Young Wicked's cool by me. I don't know about the personal shit. We're not super close, but he's fine by me. I fuck with everybody at Magic Ninja. I fuck with Big Hoodoo. I just met Light at Canadian Juggalo Weekend. He watched my entire set. He was cool as hell. I like him. He is a nice gentleman. Violent J and I had a great conversation. I don't know Shaggy too well. But as far as their drama, I just think people need to stop inserting themselves in other people's shit. I realize Juggalos are in their feelings about it, and I understand and I sympathize. To pick sides, to be mad, I want to see everybody do well. I want it to be the year of the sword and the year of the Juggalo and the year of the vampire. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's enough for all of us to eat. There's enough for everybody. Don't let that drama overshadow the fact that artists like myself are doing huge tours with Locksmith and Recognize and Dirtbag Dan in Canada and doing beautiful things, putting out crazy records. You know what I'm saying? Like, this Look Alive album's crazy. Don't let other people's drama overshadow the art. There's guys like me who've stayed completely clear of the drama. My take on it is I wish it wasn't so publicized. Sure, I wish they were friends. I wish they could hash it out. But I really wish people would stop giving Magic Ninja so much shit. They're cool-ass people. I fuck with all of them. They know it. They've been nothing but gracious to me. Lex, I was the first person to put Lex on a song. When he first signed to Magic Ninja, I put him out on the single Little Girl Big Mouth. I'm on Twisted's Get Twisted record. I'm on Gorilla Voltage's album on 2 records. I'm on... Blaze was the first album released on Magic Ninja, and the first single was Ghost featuring me. So I'm pretty proud of that. The very first single they ever released as Magic Ninja was the Ghost single with me. They've got my back. They've always shown me love and respect. There's no reason for me to think they've done anything wrong in this scenario. Again, I don't assert myself into people's drama, and I don't think other people should. I don't know the details. The fans don't know all the details. They only know what's being publicized. As far as the march, all that stuff, you know, we can get into that further here, but I just wish it was all positive. And for me, just leave me out of it. I'm here to make great music for whoever wants to listen to it. You feel me? That's it.
Hell yeah, brother. I just want to bring this up because you just brought this up, the U.S. tour that you're going on with Locksmith. Are you looking forward to that?
Man, this is my first headlining tour in 3 years. Me and Locksmith are doing a co-headline. The last time I did a U.S. co-headline was with myself and Recognize when we brought Gmo Ski out with us. And I believe that was Gmo's first big U.S. tour. I think he had done a few dates before that, but that was his first big U.S. tour, and we had such a blast. Gmo knows that he's family. We got his back for life. I fuck with Gmo. He lives about an hour from me. He's family, man. We've loved him ever since that tour. We've got a lot of jokes, inside jokes, and he's a great dude. And I haven't done a U.S. tour headlining since then. I did the Darkness tour. I was on the Back to Hell tour. Those were both 14 and 15. So I haven't toured the U.S. in 2 years, and I haven't done a headline in 3. So Locksmith and I put this together. I had a lot of booking agents who wanted to book the tour, and then when push came to shove, I ended up booking the entire 30-city tour by myself, 100% by myself. It starts May 25th in Bakersfield. It's just part 1 because I don't want to leave anybody out in the U.S. or Canada.
Hell yeah.
Part 1 goes basically the whole South, as much of the South as possible, Southwest, Southeast. We'll go all the way to Spartanburg. We're doing one date with Twisted, so our tour collides with Twisted's tour in Tempe on May 27th. And then in Spartanburg on June 10th, our tour collides with Jelly Roll. So how fun is that? We get to see some of our bros out on the road during the course of this tour. Then we come back, do a couple festivals. Then late August, early September, we start the second part of this tour, which will go into the Northwest, all of Canada, East Coast, and the Midwest, Denver, everything we missed. And that's the plan. So it'll be 150 shows before this year is up.
Holy shit. Well, you said you're coming back to do a couple festivals. Would one of those happen to be the Gathering of the Juggalos?
Well, it's April. They just announced it. I haven't gotten the invite yet, but I don't think a single person has gotten the invite yet. I think this year they're going to invite me out and give me a good main stage slot, like a not opening main stage slot. I'm predicting that as the offer. I did them a huge favor last year, according to them, not me. They said, you know, if I was to do the daytime slot, I did like a slot on the first day to open up the whole gathering, and it was completely packed. It was dope as fuck. It was such an honor. But basically, I was doing them a favor. They wanted a bigger act to kind of kick off the gathering. And I was the only slot last year where there was not a single other thing going on at the gathering. They made it so that, you know, there was no other stages, no other act. I was very premiered, you know what I mean? I was very...
You're the only thing going on at that time, right?
Yeah, so it was very hype. Everybody came over. It was a great set. But basically, I did them a favor for taking that slot as opposed to like an opening main stage slot or whatever. Sent them a huge list of artists that I'd like to see them book. Not myself, just people that I thought would be great. You know, man, I'm just here for the community, bro. Everything doesn't have to be about me. I'm going to continue what I feel doing, getting better, making doper and doper shit. I want to see everybody shine. I want to see everybody do fantastic.
Well, hey, brother, I want to bring up that Look Alive album. Even though it was released like last summer, I still consider it to be a fairly new album. But is there any... Yeah, July of last year, yeah. Is there any ETA on your next release? I know it might be a little bit early to ask.
Well, you know, here's the trouble, man. When you're booking all your own tours and then going out on the tours, all the music is done. All the beats are actually done. Now it's just a matter of me grinding away and writing and then mixing and then co-producing and getting some singers and different things on there. But I do have a few people in mind that I think I want to get on the record. You know, I wanted to release it on Halloween, but it's looking like possibly Valentine's Day 2018, about 10 months from now, 9 months from now. I don't want to rush it, I don't like rushing stuff.
Can you give us any other details on that release?
Well, I will reveal the album title. It is called Come Dawn.
Come Dawn?
Come Dawn. Like,
can you spell it?
All my other like all my other album releases, it's a play on words. It's spelled COME space DAWN. In the same vein of Bloodbath Beyond, Love Bites, Look Alive, and Dead Sexy, it's another, again, vampiric, comedic play on words. You guys can interpret it for what it is, but if you want to say it fast, it says something else.
Come Dawn.
Come Dawn.
I can't figure it out, man.
That bitch got cummed on.
Hi, brother. Well, that Look Alive album actually hit the Billboard charts. You got number 55 on the top rap, number 91 on the top 200, 49 on top hip hop, and 76 on the top 150 on iTunes. So that must be something that you're pretty proud of.
Yeah, no label, no marketing budget. We didn't spend anything on marketing, no money. Everything was word of mouth. There was nothing, no label support. Nobody helped me out on that except my team of people that helped create the album. Very proud of it. It came out on a day that Schoolboy Q dropped the new music and all kinds of big releases came out, so to even pop up there on the charts was really cool. I think we could obviously get way higher on the next record, and I think with any form of label support, it would get to close to top 5.
Well, speaking on label support, man, I did want to ask you this. How often, if at all, do you get approached by record labels to sign with them?
Well, like nowadays, 2017, the record labels are, not as powerful of an entity as they may have been 10 years ago. When I first started out, I started this Kung Fu Vampire thing as a teenager. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since a teen. So there was times where we would get a lot of labels asking us, even some very big labels, Interscope, Atlantic, Universal.
Oh, shit.
They've all offered me record deals over the years. I've had indie labels. I've had 3 out of the, let's say 5 in the Wicked Shit Underground offer me deals. 3 out of the 5 or 6 labels in this Wicked Shit Underground have offered deals. Some of those deals are very appealing. Ultimately, I think the fans respect my independent attitude, and I am a little hesitant to sign for a totally just technical reason, which is that we're a live band. I've got band members that I want to pay and bring out. I don't want to sign to a label and then not be able to afford to pay my band.
Right.
For me, finding any of these deals thus far hasn't been as appealing. I'll tell you what, though, there is a label that I love. There is a label that shows me love that I would sign to. And if you ever see me, if I ever eventually sign to a label, it will be because I absolutely love and chose to be a part of that label for every positive reason you could think of, meaning no act of desperation. Will never be involved with me signing. We are just going up, getting bigger, getting better at what we do. We make plenty of money to continue sustaining as an independent. If I eventually do sign, you'll know, like, that's it. For me, for life. It's going to be that label for life. It's a big decision for me, but it's one I take very serious. I'm very loyal. So once I sign and create business with somebody on that level, I'm going to push that label to the death. You know what I mean? That'll be it for the rest of my career.
Right. Wow, that's a good way of looking at it, homie.
I'm not a label hopper. I'm not a homie hopper. I'm loyal to my soil. I'm loyal to the people from day one. That's how I am with everything. So if I sign to a label, that's it.
Down for life. Hell yeah, I hear you, brother. Well, your boys, the Damn Dirty Apes, just got signed to Magic Ninja. How proud are you of them for getting signed to MNE?
Oh, man, I couldn't be more proud. Just watching the process from day one. Those guys, basically, man, like, they're from my city. I brought them out. Mr. Gray, Clockwork, been nothing but respectful. That's why I introduced them to this world, to this genre, to this culture, because they had the respect. It wasn't based on skill. They have the skill. I've brought out other artists to be my hype man or just help me out or open up on tours or whatever. A lot of those people that I brought out, man, they instantly got greedy. They instantly turned against me or would badmouth me or figure out a way to try and go around me or, you know, just do weird shit. Just not willing to pay dues and respect what we've built over here. Ultimately, those guys have the skill, but more importantly, the great mentality, the personality, and the respect, the loyalty. I don't have to worry about them making me look bad when I'm not around. They make me look good. We help each other out. I help them with their videos. I get them their directors. I got them to meet Twisted. I got them to play on a tour with Twisted. And you know what? They're going to end up helping me out. And I know they will. They'll continue to help me. To watch them put out this record that's so epic, just beautiful beats and great features. And they're just such spitters and they can sing. And man, this is the right move for them. If they stick with Magic Ninja forever, I'll be proud. If they leave after this album, I'll be proud. Either way, they make me proud as human beings. And that's why I fuck with those guys. Gorilla Voltage is not a Juggalo influence act. Again, this is why I think Juggalos love them. They do their own shit. It's funny when I hear people say, oh, they sound like KMK or maybe they sound like, and they look at me. We hear these kinds of comparisons. We look at each other and we go, that's hilarious because they don't listen to that music. They listen to metal, classic hip hop. They listen to traditional shit, cool shit. They listen to different things. They come from all different walks of life. Their style is their own style. It's a little metal. It's a little chopper. It's a little Vinny Paz. It's a little Eminem. It's its own thing. Yes, they are signed to a Juggalo offshoot of a label, but that doesn't make them a Juggalo artist. It's the same way Gmo is. It's the same way I am. It's the same way a lot of people in the underground are. Even Lex a little bit. You know, he doesn't have that typical kind of. He just doesn't have that influence. I always thought Lex sounds like Pharoah Monch. For those who don't know, Pharoah Monch did that song, Get the Fuck Up. You know, it's called Simon Says. Dun, 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 dun. Get the fuck up. Put your hands in the sky. He reminds me of that dude, you know, and that's like some straight East Coast hip hop. So Gorilla Voltage, very well received. I feel like their album was very well received and I'm glad to be a part of it. And I see big things coming.
I just want to ask about this really quickly, man. You actually stepped into the director's chair for the music videos for She Is a Villain and Fire. So where did that motivation come from?
Okay, so I've been involved in a lot of music videos, and I always had my hand in every video I've ever done. Slice of Life, the director on that one, I let him take reins on that, and I had a lot to do with it, but not like previous videos. Like, he really did that one. I had been around videos so much and helped people with videos and never took credit for it, never put co-directed by or anything on all those previous videos. And then I went and hired somebody who was a lot younger. I kind of had to direct the video out of force, so to speak. He was really good at cinematography and holding the camera and doing his thing, but push came to shove, I had to find all the locations and kind of direct shots and where it was going to happen. So footage was lost during the original Fire music video with myself, Ubiquitous Obsessed Crew, and Locksmith. That footage was lost, and it really upset me. I had to think fast because I had another shoot scheduled for the following weekend. So I ended up kind of splicing ideas together, and I just took it over and kind of was like, all right, I'm going to get this other guy. I'm going to get these films. I'm going to get a drone. And I ended up learning to fly the drone and got these two videos, She is the Villain and Fire, basically patching footage together and then creating new footage and new drone footage, and just kind of was like, man, this is kind of my calling, directing videos. This is what I do. And I've just never given myself that title. So I'll probably direct another Guerrilla Voltage video. I'll probably direct my next video. And I'm just going to keep firing away at doing what feels right.
All right, man. We're getting to the end of the interview here, but there's a question that I ask every single episode. If you were stranded on a deserted island, Kung Fu Vampire, and you can only bring 3 CDs with you to listen to, what 3 CDs do you got?
I'm bringing the JBs.
The JBs?
The JBs is James Brown's band without James Brown, so it's all instrumental.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Super, super funk. I mean, like the funk. It's just so easy to listen to, and it's just funky. I'm trying to think of the album because I want to be very thorough here. The JBs, though, if you guys haven't heard, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are very open to music and you like different things. Just please do yourself a favor and check out the JBs. That's the letter J, the letter B, like James Brown. Past the P's, I think, is the album. So JBs would be one. It's going to be all funk. I'm sorry for those listening out there that were thinking I was going to say some kind of axe-murdering psychotic killer clown record. But
right.
I'm thinking to myself, if you're stuck on an island, you'd want to hear some instrumental shit, some funk or something. So I'm going to say the JBs. I'm going to say the best of Frank Sinatra.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'm going to say the best of Metallica. I know that's fucking random. If I had to pick a specific Metallica album, it'd probably be Ride the Lightning by Metallica and the JBs and the best of Frank Sinatra. I know that's weird, but this is how I feel,
Right. Well,
maybe the best of Talking Heads, the group from the 70s, 80s, Talking Heads. Probably them.
Wow, dope, man. Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting, as you said. But all right, Kung Fu Vampire, before we take off here, is there anything that you want all the fans know, all the listeners know?
If you're hearing this, go to kungfuvampire.com, go to the Facebook, check out Kung Fu Vampire, go to our show. That is where we shine. This is where we need your support. We book these tours 100% independently. We do this for the people. VIP is free. On this tour with myself and Locksmith, everybody who comes to the show gets a free poster. So with admission, you get a free poster, signed, autographed. VIP meet and greet is free. We kick it after the shows. But if you want to get a true live experience, a true independent underground experience, this is the tour to come out to. I'm not going to say we're going to blow up to a level where we're not going to be able to do meet and greets for free anymore, but come out while it's free. Come out while the tickets are cheap. Come hang out with us. Support us live. You can check out the dates. Follow me on Instagram, Kung Fu Vampire. Everything's Kung Fu Vampire. There's no the real. Just Instagram, Kung Fu Vampire, Twitter, Kung Fu Vampire, and then Facebook. And look at the dates. If we're not coming to a city near you, we will try on our second leg because we are not trying to miss any of you. We're doing this for the fans. We're doing this for the Juggalos. And we love you motherfuckers to the death.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Kung Fu Vampire.
Thank you. Roscoe Pico James!
Oh, yes,
Oh,
Bruno
your homie.
Mars!
Your homie.
This is awesome!
This song is awesome. Now this can hang with great music. He can sing, he can dance, he's awesome.
Why is he always all wet? Every time you see him, he's wet.
Passion.
He looks like he's melting wax.
Passion and baby oil. You better give it up for Bruno Mars, man. Because there's not a lot of that in the world today.
I'm clapping for him.
Say it now! Say it now!
You sound just like him.
Look what you're doing!
You should start to be his backup singer.
I want to be his backup singer. I would just hang out with him. I wish he was my friend so much. I would be his gay friend. I would be part of his gay entourage.
Just sitting next to you, you seem very gay for Bruno Mars.
If I was hanging out with Bruno Mars and we were drinking in a bar and he leaned over to try to kiss me, what would I do?
You'd kiss him right
I'd
back.
gently kiss him on the lips. And it would be very, very romantic. That's as far as I'd take it. We both wouldn't talk about it the next day. You and me, baby, making love like gorillas. I love this song. Yes.
When gorillas make love, they like piss out of their ass all over the place, don't they? There's like nothing like awesome about that. So he's just like banging some chicken that's pissing out his ass everywhere and screaming.
Look, just because you've never made love like a gorilla.
I make love like a spider monkey. Get in there, handle my business, and get out.
Just because all you do is roll around and dry hump, I get into it. I'm down with Bruno Mars. Look at that. They are on fire. They're on fire. They're so hot, they're on fire.
He ain't special.
Yeah, he's so special, man.
I could do that.
Oh, you have no idea, man. You don't even listen to his records like me. I own them all. And I listen to them, and they make me sing out loud in the car, and other people look at me and stare at me, and I sing to them. I look them right in the eyes at the red light and just sing to them.
So, Jay, do you like Bruno Mars?
That's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. I want to thank all of you ninjas for tuning in. Episode number 17, 17ing. I want to send a big thank you over to my homie Kung Fu Vampire. Very fun interview, very down-to-earth guy. Felt like I was talking to a homie rather than doing an interview. I want to send a thank you over to my homie N9ne J of Replicon Radio. Thank you for calling in live and reporting from the Dark Carnival Games Convention. Hit up the link in the show notes to hear Replicon Radio. Watch out for the announced winners of the Faygoluvers Heaven Music Awards coming soon. One thing that I wanted to mention in my intro segment, but I didn't get a chance, is that Lex the Hexmaster's Mr. Ugly Part 2 is dropping on May 15th. That was just announced. Stay tuned for more information on that. Homies, that's it. If you like the show and you listen to it on iTunes, or even if you don't listen to it on iTunes, get an iTunes account and subscribe to us. And after you subscribe, leave us a 5-star or 4-star review, and I will read your shit on the air. Until next time, this is your homie Roscoe reminding you to keep an open mind. Peace.
I'm the master of ceremonies. My ass has never been phony. I ask that you unmask and relax. If that's too much to ask, then blow me. Fuck you. Pay me now, then thank me later. You a fucking hater. You the run of the litter. You should've ate your veggies for dinner, but you a fucking beginner. You bragging about the money, frontin', you a breadwinner. I can see right through the eyes of a fool that is standing in debt with the devils and gods. And all of these trinkets, the booty delicious. My Uzi is vicious. This spot is so odd. Fictitious. You die as a witness, and ain't nobody coming to your funeral. You fucked all your friends and you burned all your bridges, counting all your riches. Now there's only one dish in the sink. Only thing left is the time to think of all of the things that you lost on a mission to prove that you was the dude with a fancy do. Flossy shit with a spineless crew. A Catholic schoolboy is tighter than you. Ain't no rules, the game's infused, the lanes are bruised. I raise the roof, just trying to educate you with nothing but proof. Watch what you say, watch what you do. 'Cause everything will come back to you. Watch what you say, watch what you do. 'Cause everything comes back to you.
Way before for the metaphors, the global tours, and all this rapping. I was in the middle of a social war, had to record my course of action, my thoughts of fraction, my source of passion, stems from a place of impulse reactions. Every misstep was a misrep, had to invest, never waiting on your compassion. I'm man enough to admit my flaws, put a flame to a lie and it will get thawed. Every single opinion is like a mist or fog. People want to pretend and attempt for applause. It's plausible if I pause and pull, then my paws will pull apart all your limbs. I seen how this industry kills and eventually rips you to pieces from all your friends. And the very minute you try to replenish, some people want to diminish everything that you work hard for. When you finally get a foot in the business, they want to hop in your business, jump on your dick like they do parkour. But I'm too hardcore to reduce R4. Somebody that want to put me in a noose, I'm bored. But the very thought of you rappers that want to get out as you get burned by the flame I infuse, I'm sure. Watch what you say, watch what you do, 'cause everything will come back to you. Watch what you say, watch what you do, 'cause everything comes back to you. 'Cause everything comes back to you. If you play with fire, you get burned. And the burn, if you play, you burn your karma. Gonna give them what they deserve. If you play with fire, what up, Kung Fu? What up, Locksmith? Yeah. Do you really want to play with me? No. Ignite the past and explode any hopes of containing me. Wrong. You better watch how you came at me. Whatever you do affects you, you're chained to me. So whenever you take aim at me, you take aim at you. The same thing to me. Bang, bang, when it bursts in your brain of you. What have you done what a Kurt Cobain would do? Trying to skip a link in a chain of food. Boy, I'm Mr. Pink to these grays and blues. I get a change of mood when I sip the drink. Disperse the curse and equip the kink. Ha! Let's be honest, I'm half bad, yes. If you really want it, you can have that mess. Let it roll like the good times. If you stay on my good side, you be hashtag blessed. Everybody trying to win. Truth is, I'ma have to lose. One path to choose. Everything goes around, comes around, and what you do comes back to you. Rah! You know, that's how the truth go. They pretend they can bend me like Zuko. Someone try to get around me like loopholes, but cross me or burn up fast. I'm finna turn up gas. Watch what you say, watch what you do, 'cause everything will come back to you. Watch what you say, watch what you do, 'cause everything comes back to you. 'Cause everything comes back to you.
I'm going to ask you about Pro Hozak. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Director's chair for...
And Pro Hozak, it's like, you know what he does? He's from like the old pimpin' era. Out here, there's a lot of pimpin', right? Like San Francisco, East Palo Alto and all that. He says the name is Prozac, spelled Pro Hozak, but the ho is silent. And it's kind of like a pimp. He goes, it's Prozac, but the ho is silent. You can have that in your head knowing that that's what it means. And we can chuckle about it because I think it's pretty funny. When he first told me that, I was like, oh my God, man.
It's Pro Hozak, but the ho is silent. All right.
But it's Prozac, but the ho is silent. Because otherwise it would be Pro Hozak. You know what I mean? I'm
just calling him Prozac then?
Yeah, it's Prozac, yep.
Okay.
He is much older and been around a lot longer than Strange Music Prozac, but it's just he's a producer from out here. He produces for E40 and MC Hammer and other people, so.
Oh, dope. Yeah, I had no clue. I did not look into his background or anything.